Bingo. Bango. Bongo.
I hope you got the bingo in there. But we're live. Oh, man. My mouth is like a desert today. So we're sipping on water. I think it's just because I'm getting older. It's just my body decides that I wake up one day and it's like, well, here's what you're going to be dealing with today. I know, right? I usually drink a lot of water throughout the week, but I didn't the last couple days. I think my body's like, Mm. All right, so let me get this out everywhere. Let me just post it everywhere. This is episode 10. We made it to double digits.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is our first double-digit episode.
I know.
Let's go.
Oh,
the first of the double digits.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Ooh. All right. Live with episode 10. And then I'll put it in the Discord.
And we need to do another episode of anime intros.
Oh, yeah, of course.
We definitely need to do another anime intro.
Probably next week.
Yeah, we could. I was thinking about doing books next week.
Oh, let's do that. That's probably better. Because I actually have enough books to talk about. Y'all ever heard of this little thing called the Bible?
It's multiple books.
My favorite manga.
Yeah, my favorite manga.
I actually do have that, apparently. It's like a Bible manga.
We have the Bible manga. We also have the Bible in Lego form.
Oh, that's awesome.
But it's like a comic book.
That's kind of
cool.
So
sick. It's actually very sick.
Let me get on here. Good morning, Novice. Ryan was texting me and he was like, when y'all going live? And I'm like, soon. So shout out to Ryan Love.
Shout out to Ryan Love. Did you see half the band was together?
I did. I was
without us.
I know. Chloe, good morning. Good morning, Chloe. Shout out to Chloe. So Chloe and I are going into the rap game together. We're gonna be Ohio-based rappers.
Ohio-based rappers?
Mm-hmm. Young Coconut and DJ Car Battery, I think, is what I came up with yesterday.
Heck yeah, let's go.
We're going to be the next 21 Pilots and Black Veil Brides to come out of Ohio.
Ohio?
Uh-huh.
You and every other metalcore band from the early 2000s.
I know, right? Or like, it's like Midwest emo combined with like 50 Cent. So like,
yeah, that
would be sick. So think American football and 50 Cent.
American football. American Cent.
Oh, yeah, American Cent.
But Cent is spelled Scent, so it's like the smell of Americans.
Eating a rice ball for breakfast? That sounds good. I had
let's go.
We had ramen yesterday. Sam and I went to this like Asian market. I bought cheese ramen and had it for the first time, and that is amazing. It tastes like buttered popcorn, but ramen. It's
heck yeah,
awesome. Oh,
I got some of those Korean barbecue like microwave meals from the store the other day, thinking I was like, they're probably bad, but they're also like 70 cents or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they were actually really good.
Yeah, Korean barbecue slaps. Also, Ryan, what's up, dude? I was making fun of you earlier, and I'm gonna make fun of you now. Stupid. Okay. Anyway, that's great.
Guys, to start out the live, Brooks, go ahead and hit record because I want to get your actual reaction to this.
Okay, so I'm reacting to something.
I want Brooks to watch this with all of us live, because I think I watched this morning at like 7:30 in the morning, and I found this to be the funniest video game I've ever seen in my entire life.
All right, so
you'll see why.
Give me a pause, and then I'll cut it, and then I'll upload this raw.
Okay.
Okay, so Andrew's got me. Shut up, it. No. I'm just kidding. So Andrew's got me reacting to a funny thing. So I'm gonna record it and post it separate to the channel this week. All right. So let me switch over. What's the, here it is. 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 Yeah. All right. So here it is.
We're missing a screen, I think.
Oh, do you see it on your end?
No, I see it now.
All right. Well, here it is.
Here it is.
Okay. So I'm just gonna turn this, make sure the audio is not too super loud, and then we're just
This is.
All right. I'm gonna just watch it nonstop.
Just dive into this.
Okay. Ready?
We don't know where he came from, but I'll tell you, he built our village into a city.
For reference, this is an indie game.
Trained our army, who grew us into an empire. I don't know where he's from, but if you think you can stop him, you're already dead.
What the hell? Yeah. Oh yeah. Why am I not playing this right now? This is how warfare should have always been.
The most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Tossing a grenade into the middle of the headshot off the horse.
I'm speechless.
And it's a
so
you control
switch?
the armies. Yeah, that's the coolest part, I thought, actually.
Okay.
Fucking Apache.
People a future. I hope he can save his own.
Holy shit. Oh. Now it's just BioShock Infinite. Holy fuck, I gotta play that. Oh.
It's the most Brooks game of all time.
I gotta play that. That was, Andrew, I gotta admit. I have to admit, that was fucked up. And I
Imagine me waiting to go into the gym at 7 a.m. trying to will myself into the gym. And I'm scrolling through TikTok and that comes up. And I'm like, all right, I can do this. I have to show this to Brooks first thing before we start this podcast.
I actually have to stop this podcast because I actually have to go to the gym now to get all that testosterone out of my system. Hang on, let me go lift for an hour and then we'll come back. How's that?
It was so,
dude. As soon as I saw the truck, I was like, "Oh my god, let's." I can't wait to rip Foggy Mountain Breakdown and just plow through enemy crusaders.
That is the most. I saw it and I was like, Brooks has to stream this. You have to stream it.
Oh my god,
you have to stream it.
I'm gonna put that on my Steam wish list right now.
I'm about to say, drop that on your Steam wish list. You have to stream.
I actually think the concept is cool. You could like place your arm, so it's like a hybrid of like a I forgot what the
tactical RPG or whatever.
What is the genre of like StarCraft and stuff like that?
And like Civ.
Yeah. What's the name of that? Like there's a specific name that I'm trying to think of. Not MMO. That's
turn-based strategy.
Yeah, but there's like an abbreviation. What am I thinking of? Chat, help me out. Oh. I know what it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it. RTS. Thank you, Eli.
RTS. Yes.
RTS. Yes, thank you,
Eli.
RTS.
It was bothering me.
It was bothering me too.
It's you switch between the RTS and you can control all your people, and then you go into the guy that's the commander, but that's like the future guy coming into the past to
gotta
kill
admit,
everybody.
when I saw that that
That
pickup
truck.
when I saw the fucking Toyota Tacoma, I was like, oh yeah. I was like, thank God, he's real and he has blessed me today.
Dude. But yeah, I mean, like, obviously it's a super, like, it's kind of dumb but also amazing. It's a game that I think everybody's always wanted, but also the tactical elements blending in with the FPS elements is such a cool idea.
No, that's I noticed that too. I literally was like, wow, that's kind of nice. It's like
the one indie dev, shout out, I don't know who's making the game, but shout out to the indie devs. That what a good idea.
I'll definitely play that when it comes out.
Yeah, so an RTS and a MOBA. Yeah, exactly.
Thank
Eli.
you. Yeah, thank you. Eli is the GOAT, so
yeah,
he knows.
But yeah, kind of like blended together. And dude, no, I think it's a really cool idea. I think there's some AAA studios that are gonna see this game because it's probably gonna do well, and they're gonna 100%
kind of like
combat idea.
Kind of like when everybody hopped on the battle royale thing after Fortnite did it. Yeah.
I can totally see people doing
literally, this. I think within the next handful of years, we're gonna see a bunch of indie devs and like indie game studios just dominating. Because like AAA games, and we've talked about this before on the podcast, but like AAA studios are just shitting the bed left and right.
I know, man.
I lost it. I gotta be honest. I lost it when you said the fucking Apache.
Dude, it's literally an Apache flying over a medieval city with horses and knights fighting in the courtyard.
I was like,
and it's like, what?
What's that? The outro to Gangster's Paradise where he's like,
yeah.
Like that was like that's what I heard and my soul came out of my body for a little bit and I had to grab it.
Yeah, dude.
That's awesome. Holy Lord.
That's funny. All right, I wanted to start the stream today with
dude,
that.
Andrew's my idea guy and his ideas are always good. So shout out to Andrew for that one. All right, you ready to hop into the episode?
Yeah, we can hop into the actual episode.
Let me scroll through chat before we do that. Just again, Eli, what's up, dude? Thanks for showing up. Original Stevie Wonder, Pastime Paradise. I don't think I've heard of that, but I have listened to a lot of Stevie Wonder recently, just because I've been just listening to a lot of different music. I've been going through what's the song that I listened to? It was off of I forgot the name of it, but I have been listening to a lot of, and it was like a big instrumental from I'm gonna look it up actually.
A lot of Stevie Wonder gets sampled into hip hop music.
It was off Songs in the Key of Life. It was called let me see. Oh, I know. It was off Songs of the Key of Life. I think it was Contusion that I listened to. It was really freaking awesome. So, but yeah, and then Novice says the first game soundtrack is over. Zelda, Persona 5 Royal, Neo, World Ends With You. Oh, that's sick. All good choices, but yeah, we're gonna hop in. Maybe you'll get some familiar ones. Okay, hold on. Ready? Thumbs up. 3, 2, 1.
Happy Monday and welcome back to the Things We Like podcast with Andrew and Brooks. Brooks, how are we doing today?
Well, pretty amazing after I saw the Kingsmaker intro.
Dude, what a way to start the stream today.
So for people watching live, we reacted to a trailer, and that's what you get when you join into the live streams. You might get some extra content. So, but yeah. We're doing great. My mouth is a little dry. That's why we got our H2O.
Yep.
But today we're talking video game soundtracks, and I'm really excited for this one because I was trying to come up with my top 5 favorite. And the more I thought about it, the harder and harder and harder and harder it got.
Yep. And the more I think about it, because I feel like there's different things that you like in video game music that you might not necessarily like in like casual listening music,
There's
or
one-
even in
yeah.
like scores,
Oh,
like
yeah.
trailer scores. Like you're gonna listen to a OST from a movie very differently than you're gonna listen to an OST from
Yeah.
a video game.
That is one point
know?
I am going to bring up later on, to distinguish between why I like certain things. But yeah. So all right, heads or tails? We got to do the classic.
Oh yeah, we got to do the classic.
All right.
I think I went tails last time, so I'm gonna go heads this time.
Okay, flip a coin.
Tails.
Ah, okay. All right. So I guess I'll
What
go
a good-
first.
Yeah. Okay. I couldn't hear it.
Sorry.
Tails again.
It was tails. Sorry, Siri's been a little quiet this morning. I actually had her turned all the way down. So
She's shy.
I know she's a good girl though. But anyway, so I guess I'll go first. I guess.
Yeah. Rip her off. Rip off the Band-Aid.
It's like do you ever play Crash Twinsanity?
No.
Oh,
What
that
is
game's
that?
wild. It's basically you play as Crash, but you're also
Twinsanity?
carrying Cortex with you throughout the game. It's cool. But you said
That's
rip her
fun.
off, and I just remember I had this like sound bite in my brain where you're like fighting a gauntlet of bosses or whatever, and he goes ripperoo, and like I don't know, but that's a Crash enemy. But anyway, number 5 for me is Twilight Princess OST. I have thought about this for the last week, and first of all, there are going to be so many soundtracks that don't make it, but I'm thinking specifically of like just super solid, really amazing soundtracks for me growing up. I just think Twilight Princess because I think of tracks like Ordon Village. Just it's so calming, it's so nice. And then I think of tracks like Hylia. It's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. But then I also think of like the Shadow Beast theme, where it's like it was doing the what's the big robot things in Breath of the Wild? What are they called?
Oh God.
The enemies.
Yeah.
You know, it's on the tip of my tongue. Chat, help me out. My brain fog is horrible, but in Breath of the Wild, it had that like that like nervous theme, but Twilight Princess was doing that before. It's the Guardians, the Guardian theme.
Yeah.
So like, sorry, hang on. She had the Guardian theme, right? But Twilight Princess was doing that before. So there's just so many. There's a lot of like variation and stuff in that, and it's so unique. And like I love the Gerudo Desert theme. It's so iconic to me, the dome diddly-doom, and it's my favorite version of the Gerudo theme. I know Ocarina of Time also has a great soundtrack, but for me, where my money is, Twilight Princess is just so, it's atmospheric, it's iconic, it's a great number 5 for me. So that's my number 5.
Dude, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you my Zelda to just get that out of the way, and that is weirdly, I loved the soundtrack. So obviously, Ocarina of Time for me will forever hold a special place in my heart for that soundtrack because it's basically very music based. But I really loved the Wind Waker soundtrack.
That's a great one.
It's so good and so different than like
Hold on, I'm
most
getting
of the
spam
other
calls.
ones.
Don't worry about that.
It's so good, dude. I mean, when you're approaching and in it, like it's nice and casual and it feels so good to just explore. I think that's the other thing about especially the Zelda OSTs, the things that they do so well, and this is kind of across all of them really, is the music when you're in like the wandering area, so like Hyrule Field or
those are amazing.
Like just kind of wandering around, or like for Wind Waker, for instance, when you're on the boat and you're just like going around doing stuff, like it's so casual, it's so nice, like it feels good to do it.
Dude, the Great Sea theme is so good. And then the remake on the Wii U version is like, I like both versions. I'm one of those people.
So I never played the Wii U version actually.
Yeah, so I don't think I have either, but I've listened to the OST because I use them in videos a lot. Like I'll just like do that, but like listening to, and there's a lot of like games that have remastered soundtracks and they have like full orchestra. But then like they have the originals. Like I almost prefer the originals almost because I'm a nostalgia freak. So like But the Great Sea theme is great. Dragon Roost Island, how could you forget that? The like that's awesome. You have just the
yes.
I think that's Offset Island or whatever.
Yeah, the other thing that it does
beautiful.
extremely well is the blending of like whenever you're casually, boating around, if you will, and like an enemy approaches.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like so smooth at just like everything starts to get slightly more intense. Just that casual, like how well it blends from thing to thing, to me was so good.
I love that. Yeah, you're right. It's like it does. Zelda games do that a lot, where it's like it'll like you'll go into the overworld and then you'll get into an enemy, and then it's like I think the later Zelda games do it better than the earlier ones.
Sure. Yeah, it's less start and stoppy.
Yeah, but like, cause like I remember Ocarina of Time, it kind of just, from what I remember, it goes like if you're like at night in Hyrule Field and you get like a Stalfos comes up, it like
yeah.
I'm gonna be doing a lot of singing, I guess, in this one.
Yeah.
But also, I'm trying to think.
I mean, and just doing anything. The combat music is also really good.
Yeah.
The Ganon fight at the end is really good for Wind Waker. Like that was a super fun one.
That one's insane. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. So that's my number 5. I will go ahead and get Zelda out of the way. I'm not really doing this in any order, by the way, because I wanted to go ahead and get the Zelda
order
one.
of mine was really hard too, because I'm like trying to separate nostalgia from what I actually feel.
Exactly. I couldn't do that for this.
And I'm actually cheating for my number 4.
Okay.
My number 4 is Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. I can't separate them.
I mean, that's fair.
Because
that soundtrack is so good, dude.
It is amazing. So Jun Sino, I believe, if I mispronounce his name, I apologize, but where do I even begin? By drinking water. Give me a second.
Yeah.
So Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, their soundtracks are very similar. It's like that high octane, like 90s, like alt rock, but like metal punk. Shreddy, and like it's got a lot of those elements to it. But also you have Sonic Adventure
skateboarding down the city and stuff.
Oh yeah,
that opening thing where you're
City
just
Escape.
Like,
I know,
it's so good.
Yeah, City Escape is for a bass player
dude.
Like me, dude, is like bro. It's iconic, and like that dude, the bass line as a bass player. I'm gonna just completely nerd out musically. As a bass player, those bass lines in those songs are so good. I have a little bit of a criticism for them. I think sometimes the bass lines are a little too busy because it's just like a lot of random stuff, and I prefer consistency in my playing.
Sure, I think it's a stylistic thing though, because they were definitely going for like less pop punk and more ska. Yeah, and like in ska, that's a very normal thing, is to have like insanely stupid bass parts.
Yeah. That and like Japanese music is very that. If you listen to like an OST,
hyper complex stuff.
But it's like it's their style, and it's amazing, and I appreciate it. But like, it's one of those things where it's like my personal taste contrasts with the actual style, but I don't love it any less than it actually is. So like, but like the City Escape bass line is super solid, and it's like one of my favorites of all time. But then you got like stuff like the Knuckles levels, like they each have their own like theme.
They're so cool.
Cause like you've got
the shadow levels.
Because like, dude, from Sonic Adventure 1, it's like, here I come, rougher than the rest of them, the best of them, tougher than leather. And he's like, unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I like to flex my muscles. He's like, I'm hard as nails. It ain't hard to tell. Dude. I break them down whether they are solid or frail. And I'm like, God damn, that's hard. I'm like, shit. It makes me just want to swear. Sorry, Mom. If you're watching this again, sorry. I love you more than life itself, but I gotta be myself, you know. But and then like you've got Pumpkin Hill, and like you've got stuff like that. And it's like each one of the zones, like Sonic is more like quick and like pop punky and like
general like ska, pop punk.
Yeah, just
very
speed.
fast,
It's
upbeat.
very speed. But like Tails is more poppy alternative. Like if you've got like, but it's still rock based. But then you've got Knuckles, which is more hip hop R&B. Because you've got like Death Chamber, which is like he whispers and it's like it's like Death Chamber, Death Chamber. But it's like sexy R&B and like also when you're doing Aquatic Minds, like and it's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
And then Rouge is more like spy themed. It's got like a spy motif to it. Yeah, and it's awesome.
They did a really good job in all of those in all of the adventure games of having like really specific types of OST genre wise. To differentiate the character play style as well, because like everything you do in those games changes.
And then like
depending
Knuckles,
on what character you are.
Shadow and Eggman are kind of more industrial, like Nine Inch Nailsy, you know, where it's got like it's got like that industrial rock, but it still maintains the that general rock beat.
Yeah,
like,
and Shadows is like almost dubsteppy, like almost dubsteppy. Yeah.
Like it's really cool. So I mean I grew up with Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, and those games are like super deep. Or how would I articulate that? They're just very intertwined with my childhood, so it's hard to separate myself from them. And I mean Sonic OST, I could literally do like top 5 Sonic OSTs because the Sonic music in general is just brilliant. It's always been brilliant. So like, but that one, for my money, that's where mine is. That's my number 4.
No, that's perfectly fair. Let's see, we'll keep it in that same kind of vein for me then. This is actually a more recent thing that I got turned on to from actually playing a game. So I got recommended a game because of the OST. And that is Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Ooh,
dude, it's a rhythm game based on the music, but it's like a dungeon crawler rhythm game.
That sounds right up your alley.
So you have to, when you move on beat and you attack on beat, all the enemies move and attack on beat. And so when you, dude, look it up. It's so cool. Whenever you do things like move and attack on beat, it gives you like bonuses and things.
Oh, and then you do like actual.
Yeah, show it so chat and everybody can see it.
Oh, this is a Hatsune Miku.
Yeah. But you see what I'm saying? Also,
very cool.
It's so fun to listen to. Also, the songs are so fun, dude.
I like that. It's groovy as hell.
Yeah, all of it's so good. It's like a mixture of like some of it's 8-bit, 16-bit, and then some of it's just like pop music, like
great.
Funky pop music. So it's like a good blend of everything. It's so cool, dude.
I love that. That's cool. That's very you. Like that's very like indie game. Like I know how much you love indie games and stuff like that.
I love indie games. Yeah. It's a very indie game thing. Yeah, they did a Zelda version also. Eli mentioned it. Yeah, they did a Zelda version, and like both the soundtrack's just as good. Like it's so cool.
That's good.
It's actually not that expensive on Steam or on like Switch. I think it's like $20 maybe. It's a super fun little game.
Nice.
It's just one of those things where it's
That's
like
cool.
But I will listen to that OST like in the mornings while I'm taking my son to school and stuff. Like it's just such a fun little thing.
I like it. I bet Micah loves that. Also, Rox's fight theme 10,000 out of 10. Shout out to Dylan. Good morning, Dylan, the love of my life. Freaking stupid Lex stole you away from me. Dylan and I have been friends for 20 years, and I'll never forget that.
That's crazy.
I know, yeah. Since I'm 8 years old, I'm about to be 28 this year, so that's a long time. That's a long time to love someone, and I still do.
I think I still have friends in my life from that period in my life. That's
crazy. Dylan's family to me. Like it's not even like I'm comparative. It is that way. Like they are that. His family is my family, so.
That's crazy.
We're basically still married, he says. I know. It is the way it is.
Yeah.
We need to get our own rings.
That's funny. That's funny. You need to get a tattoo, a marriage tattoo.
Oh, I know. Just Dylan's face, like, on my back.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Just like, but like in the theme of like the ugly baby tattoos where they make it uglier on purpose. Yeah. I need to get like some amateur tattoo artist to like tattoo Dylan's face on my back, but it's like really bad. And
one of those beach caricature
It looks
guys.
like his face is melted. That would be awesome. Don't give this guy any ideas, please. He's right. Dylan, Andrew knows that I'm a psychopath, so I will do it.
I will feed into it. I will 100% feed into
That's amazing.
So
but
anyway, yes, number 4 was Crypt of the Necrodancer for me.
That's awesome. So so I'm gonna cut you off hard because.
Yep. Tell me, what's next, Brooksy?
Number 3 is Earthbound. Earthbound.
Oh
me.
yeah.
The Earthbound OST. Well, first of all, the Mother series has amazing music. Like Mother 3 has amazing songs, and like Mom's Hometown. Also, a side note, if you want to listen to a compilation of songs from the Mother universe, look up Motherload by Super Soul. I think it's Super Soul Brothers. Let me make sure. I think it's Super Soul Brothers. Motherload. Super Soul Brothers. They did like a whole thing, and they've got like a lot of unique covers of Mother songs. But Earthbound is especially good because it draws from real world influences. And you know how Earthbound is more of like a modern RPG where it's like like items are like, health items are like hamburgers, and like, the weapons are like baseball bats, and it takes place in a modern world, but it's got like science fiction, sci-fi kind of stuff to it. The Earthbound OST, it's rooted in like real world stuff. So for example, I've talked to you about this before. There's a character called Dungeon Man. Dungeon Man is his own character, but he's a big character, but he's got a dungeon inside of him.
Yeah.
And when he walks around, you hear this drum beat. It goes, it's just Sergeant Pepper. It takes from that, and like there's real world.
What a cool idea.
And then there's a character. His name is also. Yes, I agree. Sorry to cut you off there. But that's great. And also there's a character called Frankie, and his battle music is based off Johnny B. Good. The is based off Johnny B. Good. It's like,
and isn't all of Mother Earthbound Mother, isn't all of those kind of based in an era? Like they're all based in like the 60s, 70s, right? From what I remember.
More 90s. It takes
more
place
90s?
in like
80?
1990X is like the year.
Oh, okay. I know, but like the feel of it feels very like
I think I'm
60s, 70s, 80s, right? Small town 60s, 70s, 80s, if I remember correctly.
I think it takes elements of that. It's more placed in the 90s, but it does have that like small town 50s feel because everything is so close knit. So it kind of has that vibe to it.
I feel like they took a lot of those and then basically took music from all of those eras, and we're like, we're going to take the most popular music from all of these eras, and then we're going to recreate them in a super creative way and make that our OST. They were bound to win.
Yeah,
with that mindset.
Eli asks, is that copyrighted as to why they had issues re-releasing the game? I think
probably.
that is. I think they had issues with that because it's on the
what they pulled the music from.
You can play it on the eShop now, I think, because I played like Mother 1 and stuff like that on the whatever like is the Switch NSO. That NSO is what it's called.
Yeah.
I think they have it on NSO.
Yeah, because it was the first time they recognized Mother. Nintendo hasn't really recognized.
Yeah, so yeah, they had some issues with re-releasing it, and like that's been a whole nother legal issue for years. But also one of my favorite bass lines in video games is the hospital theme, the do like that, and then the intro theme is great. The do 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 like that's cool. Like Earthbound.
Dude, I haven't played enough of Earthbound.
I've
played
it's so good.
A decent amount, but like I've never beaten or fully finished any of the games yet. And like I know the soundtrack is great just from the little bit that I played. I only played like enough to get you're in the town and you beat the first like major boss, like the bully guy. That's like the first. That's the first. That's the furthest I got.
I got to stream that game again eventually.
Dude, it's so much fun. Even for the little bit that I played, it's so much fun. And I want to get back. I want to get back into it. I need to break out my. I think I have a Retroid Pocket that I have Mother 2 on, and so I need to break that back out.
It's awesome. And then like the last song I'll mention is the Gygas theme, where it starts off as like 8-bit kind of the do 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 do, and then it goes into like metal. It goes so it draws from real world influences and creates a soundtrack that's like super unique and awesome. And I love Earthbound soundtrack. So number 3 is Earthbound for me.
Dude, that's a great shout. I will go. We'll hard pivot into a different genre because I want to save the one that mostly relates to that for my number 1 because it is staunchly my number 1.
Yeah.
And that is the Hollow Knight soundtrack.
Oh, yes,
bro. There's nothing like just existing in Hollow Knight.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Standing there, letting stuff happen. You know, and. I don't know, man. I maybe I'm a sucker. I have a formula. If there's a game that has 3 things for me, it's interesting game style play, great soundtrack, and a little guy. If I can get those 3 things,
little baby
I'm
boy.
sold on an indie game, bro. Let's go. I'm here for it.
A lot of those games like Hollow Knight, there's Celeste, there's Owlboy.
Yeah, Celeste is a great one. Even that one I showed you, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? The Pepper Grinder.
Pepper Grinder looks awesome.
Same kind of idea.
It looks so bad.
So cool looking and like interesting gameplay. Little girl. And like great soundtrack. Very cool soundtrack. So yeah, I love also that every one of the areas in Hollow Knight, because you've played a good amount of it as well. Every one of the areas in Hollow Knight does such a great job of being like so particular about where you are. Like the soundtrack that shifts as you move from room to room, like is so particular to the area that you're in that it adds to it, but it doesn't do it in such an overt way. So whereas what we were talking about with Zelda, yes, whereas like every area is, you know, very obviously a specific thing. And we were talking about another game, actually. It wasn't Zelda. We were talking. What was one of your other games?
There's Zelda, Crypt of the Necrodancer. There's Sonic Adventure. There's Earthbound.
It's Sonic Adventures. That's what I'm thinking of. So like with Sonic Adventures, whenever you're with a character, there's like hard stylistic changes from thing to thing. You know, Hollow Knight does a really great job of it all feeling the same, but the subtlety and everything shifting to where it's like when you're in the mushroomy, you know, pits area, like the music sounds like you are in a mushroomy pit area. When you're in the crystal area, it sounds like you are in a crystal mine area.
It's very thematic to what, like the area. Yeah.
Hyper specifically thematic.
It's like, wow, I really feel like I'm in a mushroom world. Like, it's cool.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a sucker for it, dude.
I love it. I gotta stream that. I gotta get back onto streaming soon. I gotta get back into Bloodborne and like Hollow Knight and all these indie games too that you've been recommending. Like I really, Pepper Grinder would be great to get into, and then the other games. I just got so much to do. Like much to do in so little time. It's just like,
hey, keep your eye on your Steam wish list. Go ahead and add a bunch of stuff to your Steam wish list. Oh yeah,
that's true.
Because we're coming up on summer.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh.
And they generally do like an early summer sale where they like have like 70% off and 90% off a bunch of stuff.
Yes.
I'll keep you posted because I pay attention to my emails a lot.
Oh yeah, you do. You're good at that. You're much better than I am.
While we're at number 3, finishing up number 3, let's head into chat. Check out what's going on in chat.
Let's see. Eli's given it. So has a very eclectic taste, and I always like listening to his opinions. Off the top of my head, I'm saying my top 3 games are Baldur's Gate 3, Half-Life 2, and Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, those are great.
All 3 of those are like, this is the problem that I was telling Brooks whenever he asked me to do this.
I know.
I forgot about Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie because that game is also so good. The soundtrack for that game is incredible.
Yeah, there's gonna be tons of honorable mentions from me. That I think the most interested I'm gonna be is in my honorable mentions, because it's like, of course I have like my go-to like favorites, but like also the honorable mentions are hard to escape because,
dude. And he's right. Baldur's Gate, like, you haven't played Baldur's Gate yet, Brooks.
I need to get it.
But the Baldur's Gate OST feels like something akin to as epic a score as like Dune or Harry Potter or like Lord of the Rings.
Fantasy, like
how big it is, dude. It feels like a AAA major motion picture.
That's awesome.
Thing. It's so beautiful. I love it.
I need to listen to it. I need to just go and download all these too, because I like to have them for videos and like streams and stuff.
Short-tempered shout out Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
you're right. You're right.
We're getting there, Tobin. Don't worry.
We're getting there.
I got you.
We're getting there.
I got you. But also Eli says Chrono Trigger, and that's a great one. Holy crap.
That's a good shot. So the thing is, I have not played enough Chrono Trigger, and that is why it's not on my list.
Yeah.
But I can almost guarantee that the day that I break into Chrono Trigger and like fully play it, it will probably be one of my favorite games of all time.
Oh yeah.
Mainly because I love turn-based RPGs. Love turn-based RPGs. I love little guys.
Yeah.
You know. But also Toriyama art style.
Shout out to Frog.
One of my favorites. One of the great, like, and some of the greatest music, one of the greatest music writers in video games was also a part of Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is essentially like the amalgamation of everything that is good about that era of video games put into one video game.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I've only played up to the part where I get to the future. Like I think I beat the first boss, and then I got to the future, and then I just stopped. Not because the game was bad; it's just my brain's stupid. But Chrono Trigger's amazing.
We'll call it ADHD.
Yeah. I don't know if I've never been diagnosed, but I need to take all the tests. But also, he says Crazy Taxi. So yeah.
Bro, yes, Crazy Taxi. Yeah.
Just the offspring.
Yeah, and the Simpsons version of Crazy Hit and Run, GTA The Simpsons.
Damn, that nearly took me out. Oh. Damn.
But yeah, GTA The Simpsons, fantastic.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
But no, yeah. Ryan said legendary song to the city Escape one.
Yeah, dude.
City Escape one. Yeah,
like, that's awesome. Dude. All right, you bunch of bitches. My number 2 is Kingdom Hearts 2. There you go.
Let's go.
There you go. Well, Kingdom Hearts has an amazing.
Specifically, Kingdom Hearts 2, though.
Let me make. I know her name. I just want to make sure I get it 100% right. Kingdom Hearts composer Yoko Shimomura. She also did the Super Mario RPG soundtrack.
Yeah, and that's another one of my favorite games.
Yeah, so if you think of like the wood, like that's Yoko Shimomura. So Yoko Shimomura did a lot of that, and Kingdom Hearts 2 is my favorite specifically because, when I was a kid, I used to listen to the Hollow Bastion thing, the doo doo da doo da doo da. I'm gonna play it. I'm just gonna play it. Let's see. Bastion theme KH2. Reviving Hollow Bastion is what it's called, so we'll listen to it. So it's it's awesome, and it has like this uplifting. So this goes from like happy and then goes really serious and somber.
Yeah, dude. I love it.
Oh,
Yeah, dude, I love it so much.
Beautiful. And then like you've got like Traverse Town.
That's
the Traverse Town theme from Kingdom Hearts 1.
Waypoint. Yeah, the Waypoint
like,
one from Kingdom Hearts 2. What's the Waypoint one?
Waypoint from Kingdom Hearts 2.
Where do you go? Where's your Waypoint thing? I don't remember.
What do you mean?
Hold on.
Oh, I'm thinking of Twilight Town instead of Traverse Town.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of. Yes.
Okay, Traverse Town is Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah,
but then you've also
I'm thinking
got
of Twilight Town.
Yeah, you've also got let me make sure I get her name right. Hikaru Utada. Yeah. Her voice is beautiful, by the way. And then she does like Simple and Clean. She's got I remember
Sanctuary from that.
Oh,
game,
Sanctuary
right?
is that's my favorite. Like Sanctuary.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the King. Let's watch it. Hold on.
Sanctuary
Kingdom
Supremacy
Hearts
is what the chat is what Eli says.
Commercial. I'll show you the commercial that I grew up watching. This one is what I grew up. I'm gonna mute it just because that's super copywritten.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember seeing this
and being like, "What the heck is going on?"
Oh, I love it.
God, it's so good.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2. Well, you've got stuff like that, but then the battle themes are also amazing. Dylan also said Tobin said Simple and Clean. He's a Simple and Clean simp. Yes, I agree. But Dylan said the Roxas fight, the Roxas battle theme is like, it'll melt you. It'll melt your heart. Like that one. And Roxas is like one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite character in Kingdom Hearts.
Really?
Yeah, his story is like super tragic because he's like he was never supposed to exist.
He doesn't exist. Yeah, he's not supposed to exist.
And like, but
spoilers for Kingdom Hearts, by the way.
No, it's fine. It's impossible to spoil Kingdom Hearts because nobody ever knows what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Even if you know what's going on, you don't know what's going on. So,
I mean, that's fair. Only Will knows what's going on with
Will's the only person on the planet that knows what's going on. And Ian and Kelsey.
Yeah, and Ian. Yep. But yeah, no, that's a great shout. I mean, Kingdom Hearts had to be here somewhere, right?
Oh, dude,
and it wasn't going to be on the honorable mentions.
I've played Kingdom Hearts 2 so many times, and it's such a staple of my childhood and like my early developmental years. It's like I just can't separate myself from it. So that's my number 2.
Okay, so I got a really solid number 2. In the same vein of the epicness of it is the Witcher soundtrack.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes, the Witcher soundtrack. If you want to talk, a game that is like, I want to hear the Lord of the Rings soundtrack, but a video game basically.
But I don't want to get copywritten for it.
Yeah, but it's the Witcher soundtrack. Dude, it's so good. We use it for D&D games.
All the time. I bet it would enhance it so much.
Dude, it's so cool. As far and like generally speaking, it's one of those things where I think it's mostly not. They're pretty loose with the copyrights on the Witcher 3 soundtrack.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it's incredible. I would say look it up, but I'm not 100% sure if you can. But it is very good. It is a very good soundtrack. If you want high fantasy, like big strings, orchestras, choirs, but also everything down to like good travel music.
Oh yeah. Because it's like open world-ish, right? The Witcher. I've never played it, but I know a little bit about it.
It's got great like this like the travel music is this great like open world roadside lute and like flute music, and it's just beautiful. Very reminiscent to Baldur's Gate 3 in that sense. Like it's very similar to that style. I have just listened to the Witcher soundtrack more. That is why.
That's great
for me.
That's cool though. Especially with because I know you're a huge fantasy fan and a D&D fan, so that that's like that's like a tailor-made soundtrack for you and your lifestyle.
So good. I did not know about it until a fellow D&D friend of mine turned me on to it. He was like, "This is what we use at our table all the time."
That's great.
And I was like, "That is incredible," because it is such a good soundtrack. if here I will give you the specific name if anybody wants to check it out. It is called, I think if you search The Witcher, and it is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt original game soundtrack is specifically my favorite. Also the cover art looks sick. You should look up the cover art just because it looks so cool. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt original game soundtrack.
Wild Hunt soundtrack.
OST. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at images.
That cover art is sick.
Okay, I'm gonna show you guys. That's sick.
That's hard, right, dude? That's so cool.
That's awesome. I need to play The Witcher. Because there's The Witcher 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. But The Witcher 3 soundtrack is like one of my favorites. Specifically awesome. Witcher 3. Because it's newer and they had more budget and stuff to put behind the soundtrack. But there's a song called, is it this? I want you to listen to like 2 seconds of a song.
Okay.
Called The Whispers of Oxenfurt.
The Whispers of Oxenfurt.
Yeah. Witcher 3 soundtrack. Yeah. And it's like very like female vocal. Dude, it's so cool. You'll see what I mean like just listening to a couple seconds of it. Dude, it's so cool. It's you see what I'm saying? It's so different, but it still has the epicness of like a Lord of the Rings or a Baldur's Gate or something like that. I find this stuff so beautiful.
Sorry, I was muted for just a little bit, but this is amazing.
So like skip ahead about halfway through.
Okay. Most replay. Here's the most replayed part too. Yeah.
We're getting into bardcore, people.
Bardcore is awesome.
A bardcore? Yeah, that's a thing. But it's just like you feel like you're wandering along a misty mountain in the woods.
That's awesome. There's actually what's that like? It's dwarfcore, like dwarf metal or whatever.
Yeah, dude.
I love it. I actually added some to some of my playlists.
Did I send you some of that?
I think so. Yeah, you did. And my friend Caleb did too. But it's like
it's so funny.
It's just like these people who dress up as dwarves and they like sing about mining, and it's just metal, but it's awesome. Like, I love that kind. I love thematic metal like that. It's so much fun. It's just fun like that, and like
you know
that band Sabaton or whatever.
Yeah.
That's fun to me. That's just fun metal.
Oh like, yeah, 100%.
So anyway,
I added some dwarf metal semi recently.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can find it to give people something to go listen to if I can remember what it's called. It is called Windrose.
Windrose, that's like the popular one.
Yeah, they're super popular. They have an album called Warfront. And they have the song Army of Stone, and it's so stupid at how just like thematically specific it is. It's so great.
I'd go to a Windrose concert. I would love to.
Or Fellows of the Hammer. Yeah, dude, I'm about it.
Well, because we're like fantasy nerds, so we love that. So like, I would love to be a part of that.
Yeah, dude. It's so cool.
So now,
anyway,
here is my favorite part of this. We're going to hop into honorable mentions. This is what I've been looking forward to the most because there's so many amazing honorable mentions that like I just didn't grow up with, but I've like been exposed to. I want to mention the FromSoft like Dark Souls, Soulsborne.
So that's what I was going to say. I heard Bloodborne soundtrack is actually awesome.
Oh, it's great. Like Father Gascoigne's theme stands out to me. The like it's awesome. I love it. So the reason that it's not in my top 5 is because, and this is like probably just a me thing. First of all, that world has amazing music. Like there's Firelink Shrine, Majula, Gale's theme, Gwen's theme, Ornstein and Smo, Gascoigne. Just like all these different amazing themes. The reason that it's not in my top 5 is because when I'm playing the Souls games, the last thing I'm focused on is the music.
Yeah, that's
I'm
fair.
like,
You're
don't die,
focused
don't
on
die,
not
don't die, don't
dying.
die. Because Elden Ring's theme is like, you know, the
Oh, it's beautiful.
da, bah, bah. I'm like,
Yeah.
put it in my veins, bro. Like,
Yeah, dude.
you know what I mean? But like, that's the last thing I'm thinking of when I'm playing these games. It's really, really hard for me to appreciate the score and the soundtrack while I'm playing the games because I'm so focused on the combat. That's the only reason. I'm not saying that it's bad. It's phenomenal. It's just like you said earlier, literally what you said earlier, that is a great point. Is like, you have to get in a different mindset when you're listening to OSTs of video games because like you just have to kind of go and listen to it separate from the game to really appreciate it. And there's
100%.
so many games that do that. Also, there's so many Mario games that have amazing soundtracks. Like, Mario Galaxy, you've got Mario Odyssey, you've got Paper Mario, Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, like even like Color Splash and Origami King, the ones that people don't like, have awesome soundtracks.
The one that we have is I think it's like Super Mario, it's like 3D World or something like that. Even that one has a great catchy soundtrack.
Bowser's Fury has an amazing soundtrack. Like, and then you've got games like, I just started playing Final Fantasy VII for the first time with Scott yesterday. That
Dude,
has,
Final Fantasy soundtrack, it's so good.
Final Fantasy, that has like Final Fantasy X, like Besaid, like like that's amazing. Nobuo Uematsu is like Scott describes him as like a modern day Mozart. Like it's our Mozart.
That's fair.
Like that's honestly fair. I actually had I think I still have it. When I was in music appreciation in college, there's a section on video game music. And I have that book somewhere, and you could study it because like you've got people like Nobuo Uematsu, Yoko Shimomura, you've got Koji Kondo, like all those guys, like those big composers that like kind of sort of sometimes didn't really know fully what they were doing, but they made magic, you know.
Yeah.
And then you've got like really indie titles like Pizza Tower. Pizza Tower has a badass soundtrack.
Dope music.
I'm gonna play some.
Oh god. So does Dave the Diver. Actually, Dave the Diver had got super cool music because I think I've told you about Dave the Diver before, talking about a cool indie game. But it's a game where you own a sushi restaurant, and then you dive. So like half the game is restaurant management game. The other half the game is diving into the ocean and harpooning the fish that you're going to sell in your restaurant. Oh, that's sick. Night. And so, but you have two different like styles of music depending on what you're doing in the game. You have more like restaurateur music and like nightclub music for like the restaurant part, and you have more like aquatic-y themed like music when you're in the, it's such a cool change.
So Pizza Tower, my favorite themes, this is a great example if you're trying to learn motif in music. The secret hop-in themes. So it's all the secret levels. So So this is like, dude. This is the bass line. It follows this theme, and that's like the motif for it. And then the bass lines always change, but it always stays in the same style. So like Secret Under the Debris, for example. Still got that drum beat?
Yeah.
In the bass line? Go to a different one. Let's go secret hop into A Secret in the Chicken. Still got that?
Yeah, dude. I could casually play a game of this so easy.
Yeah, it's awesome. I need to stream this game too. But Pizza Tower, it's vaguely in the style of like a Wario Land game. Wario Land games are awesome. Wario Land 4 is a great game.
Yeah. Warrior Lands generally have like, you're right, they have a very like funky OST where everything's like very like 80s like funk based. It's super cool.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but like motif in music is like let's look it up. I just want to
motif is like a consistent theme that moves throughout music.
Yeah, and it's just like it's got that like
Yeah, so that would be like like a rhythmic motif.
Yeah, it's got that.
So a motif would be like throughout Zelda or like throughout Star Wars. You have dun 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 dun, dun or that's not Star Wars. That's freaking Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones' main motif is like. Yeah,
so it's
so then they take that and then they like rework that into like other things. You know what I mean? So maybe they'll make it minor for like a part where they're like it's an Indiana Jones section where he's getting like sad or something, and then they'll go mama na na.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That's like kind of a motif that works.
So as a small structural unit, processing thematic identity of, the theme, that rhythmic motif of the
is like the motif.
It's like a hip hop kind of like whatever, and then it's got like
early 90s, early to mid 90s hip hop.
Yeah, so it's just got that feel to it. It's a great little example of like a rhythmic motif, which I love so much in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let me hear your honorable mentions because I have way too many.
Yeah, so I want to do Eli did this, and I want to shout this one out. Jeremy Soule, his music for all of the Elder Scroll games. Oh my gosh, dude, so good. So good. Another great example of like big epic fantasy games that just like cannot be missed. I think Metal Gear Solid has pretty cool games. I mean, pretty cool OSTs a lot of the times.
I agree.
They get overlooked. They're pretty cool. I genuinely enjoy those. If we wanted to get I wanted to shout out Sonic Frontiers.
Oh yeah.
Has an incredible, like literally just metalcore.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome.
It's literally just metalcore. Shout out to the homies. I had a couple homies work on some of those
nice.
Soundtracks, some of those songs that made it to the soundtrack. The Persona, all the Persona games.
Yeah. Ryan was telling me about Persona. Literally, oh yeah, he literally just said that. I don't know if you saw that in the chat, but yeah, Ryan was talking about the everywhere you go.
Yeah, dude. The cafe music is so good.
Yeah, like
and the combat music is really cool. Yeah, dude. It's such a good. That's a great OST. I have not played enough Persona to know a lot about it, so
neither have I. I need to hop into that.
I haven't played enough. I know that Persona 5 is one of
also a weird shout
Andy's
out.
favorite video games.
A weird shout out for me is like how do I articulate this? The Nintendo system music. Like
like the Wii channel
Wii
music and
channel,
the Mii.
There's the 3DS. Like there's a lot of like yeah. You've got a lot of like those like system themes that are really cool too, and like Nintendo's just that's awesome.
Dude.
And
so good.
One last shout out for me is Luigi's Mansion.
Oh yeah,
Luigi's
that's great music.
Mansion. There's one secret theme. There's a secret theme that the composer adds to. It's what is it called? It's Tataka's song. It's it's in. If he composed it, there's a theme. So we'll play it, and then we'll get into like our number one. So Tataka's.
Yeah, I have one more. After
oh yeah. We have way too many honorable mentions. That's the thing.
Yeah, I know.
So Tataka's song.
Oh god.
God damn. And it goes. Ooh. That fucking chord.
That has no business going that hard, dude.
No, that chord. It just and then. Holy fuck. And then that good fucking chord. Oh
my
sorry.
gosh, dude, the pocket on that is so deep, dude.
That Oh god, I think I just broke something. Holy fucking shit. But yeah, dude, Luigi's Mansion is
God, you made me forget my other one. Oh, I know. I just remembered it.
Sorry,
I just remembered it. I
it's
just
fucked
remembered
up, right? Like video game music
God,
is fucked up.
God, that's rough. How good that is. I want to shout out Animal Crossing New Horizons, dude.
Animal Crossing's great.
So good. Specifically, the most recent game. Fantastic OST, just from like making you feel so calm all the time. It's so good.
It
It's
really
like
makes you
actually
feel like you're crossing animals.
like you're crossing animals. It's so good, dude. It's so calming with with all like the waves and stuff in the background too, and it's just like all the nature noises on top of like the really calming music. Oh god,
there've been so many iconic moments in this. I'm gonna just chop them out.
Shout out KK Slider.
Oh yeah. A voice of a generation.
The voice of a generation.
I'm just gonna have to cut out all these moments and just post them to the. That's what I'm gonna do this week. So.
But none of those compare to our number ones.
Yeah. So my number one is it's not anything revolutionary. It's not anything crazy. Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald.
Oh.
A
Pokemon game had to be here eventually.
Yeah,
right?
It's like, wow, they haven't talked about Pokemon music yet. Well,
that's because it's the best.
Dude, okay, so every time I hear we're doing a lot of Tataka songs about to make me have a stroke again, but
dude, that beat is so unnecessary.
It's a banger. Like full OST with time Hold on, I'm gonna get to the actual. The intro that.
Oh god, the intro theme is so good.
Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. I guess I just gotta go through it all. So like, that's it just takes me back. I'm trying to find the specific route. Little Root's theme is awesome. The battle theme is awesome. Is it route? That one.
Yeah, dude.
That one, I'm thinking of a specific one that just takes it. It just takes me so far. And then the horns. It's all about the horns. And then here's the part. It goes. And then the shuffle kind of. You could have a shuffle beat.
That's so good.
Oh, dude.
Who knew you could toss a deep shuffle beat into a Pokemon game?
And then also, the Gen 3 music is enhanced by Pokemon Coliseum and Gale of Darkness.
Oh, yeah.
That's another honorable mention, but like, if you listen to, let's see, it's Pokemon Coliseum OST battle music. I think it's no, that's not it. That's a great one. I'm trying to think of like
is it Gale of Darkness? No, Gale of Darkness has its own
this is
thing.
a great video too. The Ruby Sapphire music medley by Dr. Pez is great. I'm trying to think of let's see. It's battle music, Ruby Sapphire Emerald. This.
Oh yeah.
This is just a remake of the music. Oh, it's awesome,
dude.
But that's Pokemon originally music in Gen 3, so that's just like a remastered version. It's the. I always like these RSE arrangements, normal battle theme. It's great. So yeah, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. I mean, you've got like I think. I mean, all the Pokemon games really have great soundtracks, but I mean, there's Gen 1, 2. That one's classic.
They all have iconic. Even the Johto stuff in Gen 2 is so good.
There's the National Park theme is like my favorite, and then you've got Ecruteak City.
The tower, the Bellsprout Tower. music is so good.
Ecruteak theme. HG it. Like this, the one in Heart Gold Soul Silver. Oh.
I love that they leaned more into like the Asian aspects of it, the more Japanese aspects of it.
It's very
Heart
traditional.
Gold, Soul Silver. Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's so good. But that's me. Gen 3.
So good.
It takes me back. It always will transport me to like one of the greatest times of my life is experiencing Pokemon, because Pokemon Sapphire was like my first like big boy game that I ever got. You know, because I had played games before, but that one was like, all right, you want to be a gamer? Here, like, here's your first RPG, kid.
Yeah, dude.
And then like, all the memories I have growing up with that is just it's irreplaceable.
Yeah, it's so good. All right, my number one, from a very similar era, actually.
Mm-hmm.
My number one is Mega Man X.
Oh,
dude, 16. But yeah, you just gotta pull it up, dude. You just gotta pull it up, dude. Just pull it up.
I know. I've played Mega Man X.
Mega Man X is one of my favorite games, especially on that system, on the SNES. And
you're so right.
It's so good. Literally, yeah.
Oh, just the intro. That's amazing.
I love that. I love those. But
oh, another honorable mention I forgot is Metroid Prime and like Donkey Kong. So there's so many good ones. I'm stupid. Yep. So many good ones.
Dude, it's so freaking good, man.
This is what I remember the most.
Yeah, the opening stage.
I
think it's the snow stage.
Oh yeah, it's not Launch Octopus. Chill Penguin.
Launch Octopus is really cool. Yeah, Chill Penguin is also. There's a sick bass line in this one.
The melodies is what always gets me. Like they. And then Chill Penguin. Oh.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, dude, it's so good for no reason.
Oh, I love this game, dude. I've actually played a little bit of it, and dude, yeah, Mega Man games are notorious for having like amazing music. Like the original Mega Mans and stuff are great. And yeah, I'm upset because I forgot. I was actually going to put Metroid Prime as my number 5 because Phendrana Drifts alone, 4 Phendrana Drifts.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's so good. All the Metroid games actually have really good music.
Oh yeah,
even
they do.
Zero Mission has really great music.
Yeah, and like the Brinstar theme is great. Like Super Metroid's got a great OST, and then Donkey Kong. Oh, you've got like Donkey Kong Country. Like you got aquatic ambience.
Same vein as like Banjo-Tooie of like just wild left field OSTs. There's too many good ones.
Yeah, there's so many good ones. It's like OSTs in video games. Like people who argue that video games are not art are morons. Like honestly, they're just straight up, just morons. Because like this is art. Like it's music.
Oh, bro,
it takes
it's so good. Go to the Eagle.
I know what you're talking about.
The Eagle one. I can't remember what his.
It's there's Flame Mammoth, Boomer Kuwanger, Sting Chameleon. I think it's Spark is not Spark Mandrill. It's Storm Eagle. Storm Eagle,
yeah. Storm Eagle.
Oops, let me go back to it. Storm Eagle. This is the most played.
Yep. Because for a reason.
Yep. Look at the box art too. Just like, they just don't make them like this anymore.
Imagine yourself just hopping around in the middle of the sky. Yep.
Yeah, like that's so good.
Oh God,
it's weird because like I haven't played a lot of this game, but I recognize all of these. That's how powerful it is.
You need to do a playthrough of this game because honestly, low-key kind of hard.
Yeah, I know about it. So I know about you can get the secret Hadouken in the game, and you can just one-shot the bosses, and I'm like, I live for that, because I love being overpowered in video games.
You can definitely get OP, but you can also fully, like, if you wanted to play it on hard mode, just raw dog yourself and not get all of the pieces.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just go and just use just the buster. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's nutty. Obviously, you can't actually do that because like they make it to where in some levels like you have to walk through the thing, but you can't go fully nothing. But yeah, dude, it's crazy how much you can, like, it's a very hard, actually kind of a hard game.
Yeah, those earlier games is like the Super Nintendo stuff is like they are pretty tough, you know. They're not for the
also no save states. That's what's crazy about Mega Man X. Like if you die, like it was one of those Super Nintendo games that gave you a code.
Yeah.
When you beat a level to like as your progress marker.
Yeah.
But there was no like save states.
Yeah, so I do love the original. Mega Man 2 is one of my favorite NES games. Like I played that. I also like Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden's got a great soundtrack.
Original? Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden 2.
Oh yeah, they're hard games too. Like
yeah, they're freaking hard.
Yeah, they're hard as balls, dude. But I love the original Ninja Gaiden a lot. And then a lot of the NES games have great. Blaster Master is got a great one. Contra has a great soundtrack. Yeah. The original Mario Bros, Zelda. You've got so many iconic, like.
Oh, 100%.
Themes.
We didn't even get into like
I know,
the Sony stuff, like the freaking Sly Cooper,
Tomba 2,
Crash Bandicoot.
Oh God, there's so we could
freaking Jack and Daxter, great soundtrack.
So for future reference, we're gonna have to do like a console. Oh, that's literally. Here's how Andrew and I come up with ideas. Here's an idea for a future ideas. Just do like a console retrospective. Just like NES,
that's a great idea.
Super NES,
PS1,
PS2, X. Well, I wasn't really an Xbox guy, but we can talk about it because Halo.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Halo.
We can talk about it. Yeah, we didn't even put the Halo OST in here, mainly because I didn't have an Xbox and I wasn't a Halo guy.
I didn't either.
But I do recognize the yeah exactly.
Yeah, like dude. That's so funny. I love those videos, those memes where it's like those all the dudes in the. It's like he's probably cheating on me, and then what he's actually doing is all these like 20 dudes in a bathroom, and they're going like it's so funny. I love it. Yeah, so we're gonna have to do console retrospectives because
that's a great idea.
I feel like you and I have played enough games on every one of these consoles to where we could just talk about our favorite.
And what I would probably do is, I mean, we have enough. We have the accessibility.
Oh yeah.
Via internet means to if we had decided to do a retrospective on a console, we could just play a bunch of games on that console for like a week or so, and like see how we feel about them. You know.
Yeah.
Some of the staples that we never played.
Yeah, like I bought I bought the Halo collection on Steam. Just to play.
Oh, nice.
Because Hans actually reached out to me. He's like, would you ever want to play that multiplayer? And I'm like, of course. I never got that experience, you know? Like,
oh, yeah. That's sick.
But yeah, dude.
I didn't realize they put it on Steam. That's awesome.
It's like it's the Master Chief collections on Steam. So it's like, I think 1, 2, and 3.
Sick, dude.
So yeah, I played a little bit of Halo at a friend's house.
That's what I was going to say. That was my experience, is just going to friends' house and playing Halo.
I also remember they had like StarCraft in their room and they liked those games and stuff like that, but I never really got into those. But yeah,
so many, I would always go and play Halo, and I had another friend who had the Budokai games, the DBZ Budokai games, and then like I always had Smash Bros. So
dude, the Smash Bros OSTs are also freaking amazing. I use them all the time.
They are.
They Mario
are really
Mario Kart, Castlevania.
Yep.
Oh,
we didn't even get into any of the Metroidvania. No. The closest we got was Hollow Knight into a Metroidvania. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about Metroid, which is like, it's so good. But anyway, any final thoughts? This was a shorter episode. But
honestly, there's so much we could have talked about that it's like
really hard to water our top fives down because like there's so many good things to talk about.
Yeah, dude. Man, I love all of the games that I mentioned. I haven't played The Witcher, but The Witcher soundtrack is so strong that it made it on the list, and I use it for other things.
Yeah, of course.
I'm just so used to it. It made it on my list, but like other than that, all of these other games, like I've played the crap out of, and I love them so much. And like video game soundtracks do such a good job, in my opinion, of becoming the soundtracks to like points in our life, you know? And especially for like Mega Man X is why this is number one for me. It's like I can distinctly remember listening to like the opening theme, and like all that stuff. Like
same for me with Pokemon, you know?
Yeah, and like I remember distinctly, I have a vivid picture in my mind of me sitting in my room when I was a kid playing Mega Man X and listening to that thing on full blast. And like same for Pokemon, is like riding in the car with my headphones in, listening to, you know, like the Pokemon OST while I'm playing the game.
Oh,
and
it's
like,
so good, dude. Yeah.
Another one we didn't even think of, TMNT Turtles in Time also has a great soundtrack.
Yeah, I actually played a lot of the well, not a lot. I did play one TMNT game. It was a later game. It was like actually for like Xbox or something, or like GameCube or whatever. They
had really good
friends.
Soundtracks too.
Yeah, the Turtles in Time stuff. I've played the arcade version of that actually. So I've played a few.
I beat that game, and it was really really hard because it once again had no save states and no save at all.
I played it in a. It was like a barcade, and it just had infinite continue. So I just, you know, unga bunga'd my way through it, and it was a lot of fun. It was cool. So yeah, that was a good time. But yeah, dude, this is a good one. I really love. I mean, we love video games, we love music, we love all that. So this is a perfect happy medium for all of that. So send us off, Andrew, as usual.
For sure. Yeah. Hey. Once again, thank you so much for listening to the Things We Like podcast. Hey, if you're watching this and you enjoyed it, maybe you should come check us out live if you're not here right now. We thank all the people in our chat that are here right now, hanging out with us, watching the befores and afters. We do extra stuff before and after, so if that's something that interests you, head on over to at Things We Like Pod on YouTube and subscribe. Why wouldn't you? We're likable dudes. We're pretty cool. We like stuff.
I think so. I think this
so.
guy over here. I'm pointing at him right now. I really like this guy over there.
And if you're an audio person because you hate our faces, that's fine too, because you can check us out on all of the audio platforms. Outside of that, I believe, Brooks, it is time to send us off.
I just realized I forgot to post on Spotify Friday, so I'm going to do that after this. See you guys. We love you. Goodbye.
Bam. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm a dumbass. I forgot to post.
Good job.
It's weird because
you had one job, Brooks. You have one job.
I know. Shitting the bed as usual.
Eli, shout out the X-Men game, arcade games. Also, dope.
Oh yeah,
dope soundtracks, dude.
Yeah, X-Men like those.
I always forget about the X-Men games too.
Well, oh, dude, we got to do an episode about like, not only anime OST or like opening OPs, but like show openings. Like, yeah, because think about have you ever heard of Galactic Empire?
Yeah.
So they did. I realized that they did a cover of the X-Men.
Have you watched X-Men 97?
Is that what I'm thinking of?
No, X-Men 97 is the continuation and like recent continuation of the old X-Men cartoon.
Oh, so it's new, but they just revamped it. Oh no, I haven't. I didn't even know that was a thing.
So they updated the dude. It's so cool. It's the 90s X-Men show. Just continued, basically.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's dope. They made everybody so cool. You should pull it up. Watch X-Men 97. I think there's a cool scene with Cyclops. You should pull up X-Men 97 Cyclops scene.
Yeah, because what happens is all these nerds.
That second one. Yeah, that one.
All these nerds grew up and now like
they got money and time and abilities. You should pull this. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, this Galactus
is
or whatever?
so freaking sick, dude.
Yo.
Now, this is the moment that you're like, oh, Cyclops is him.
Oh, I'll pause just to copyright.
Yeah, straight up. You're like, oh, shoot, Cyclops
Yeah, because you've got all these
guy.
like iconic, like Rogue and Beast and Storm.
Solid work, team. See you on the ground.
Now watch this BS that he does, dude. This is insane. Like, I was never a Cyclops guy growing up, but this moment right here, I was like, oh yeah, this is awesome.
Ha! Oh, shit.
Dude, that's crazy, right?
Oh, shit.
Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on, keep it playing.
To me, my X-Men.
Let's freaking go, dude. Let's
Holy
freaking go, dude.
shit.
Let's freaking go, dude.
Oh, dude, have you seen Invincible?
I haven't seen Invincible. I've heard a lot of people
if you like
it.
this, you'd love Invincible. I need to catch up on season 2, and I got.
But it's like rated R that basically.
Yeah, I need to catch up on The Boys. I got to catch up on Invincible. I got to finish Arcane. I got to finish The Sopranos. I got to watch the new X-Men now. I got so much to do.
Eli says Cyclops is so underrated. Facts. And also, Eli, if you haven't watched X-Men 97, apparently, according to all of the comic book people and like people that I know that pay attention to deep X-Men lore, they are doing Cyclops correctly in X-Men 97. They are doing a lot of the characters like justice in this show, which is super cool to see.
Yeah, I feel like all those 90s cartoons. We need to do a cartoon podcast one day.
Dude, that would be fun.
Because we've grown up on a lot of stuff. Like,
dude.
Because like, there's so much to talk about. But those like Batman the animated series, like Batman the animated series is in the same vein of like they really took the source material seriously and made a great show. I've seen a lot of those episodes. Like they're great.
They're great. Yeah, Batman Beyond. Goated.
Batman Beyond is fucking awesome. I love that.
Goated,
and like the original X-Men, like that too is so good.
Original Teen Titans.
Oh, that one's good. Classic. It's so good. Avatar,
so
Last Airbender.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Come on, like.
Yeah, dude.
But anyways, yeah, dude. I think we're good for the stream.
Yeah, I think so too. Hey,
I gotta go pay my taxes.
Oh, have fun.
I gotta go
thanks
pay
for
the
everybody
IRS.
For everybody who showed up and was hanging out.
This was a good one. Thank you guys so much.